Hello, everyone. Welcome to People on Dating. I'm your host, Will Morales. And for those of you who are tuning in for the first time, this is a topic based conversation about the ups and downs of dating. Whether you're 18 or 80, you have a story to tell. But the gist of this podcast is just a conversation, no judgment. Today, I have Joe Rickards on, and he's our special guest. But I think you'll agree that his life's journey offers some great insights into life, true proposal. That's what you wrote. Joe has gone from living in the life of Riley as a jet-setting multimillionaire to bankrupt, divorced, and homeless at the age of 50. Joe, that's an already amazing intro for yourself. Thank you so much for being on People on Dating. How are you, sir?
Will, thank you. Thank you, sir, for having me on. I'm doing fantabulous. Thank you. And, I got to say, first of all, I love your show, No Judgment. That's great. But it's a tall bar considering they say we've all judged when we meet somebody new. And in 3 seconds, we've judged whether we're interested in becoming friends or even speaking with the person again. So tall bar, but I agree. Too much judgment in the world.
No, well, I definitely agree.
Okay.
So, Joe, the topic of today, which is the main question for every man in America, how to attract a beautiful woman, even if you're not rich or famous. How is that possible, Joe?
Ow. Yeah, pretty tall bar. Hey, let's have some fun. Let's ask Siri. Siri, how can I attract a beautiful woman if I'm not rich and famous? Let's see what's it does not compute.
That's funny.
Let's see. Cora says when you ask her, be clever, be wise, be funny, be kind, be supportive, be someone a woman would naturally want to spend time with. Riches will attract a woman the way shiny objects attract birds. So that's an interesting answer by Cora. I mean, it is a tall bar. And I think, I always say, be cognizant of the pond you're fishing in. Where are you looking for your woman? Are you serious? Are you looking for marriage, right? Or are you just looking for fun? It really matters. And so I'm going to reveal a lost world to viewers today, a lost world of beautiful traditional women that there is no game. Game is just being sincere, being honest, and being responsible and family oriented. That's all they're looking for. So if that's you, if that's a guy, that's the pond I went fishing in. And that's why I was able to go from literally when I started looking, I was bankrupt, broke, and homeless. And I'm shopping for my future wife, dating and whatnot. And I was just, open with the ladies. And of course, I was successful. I found my soulmate. Now we have children and we live, the life of, that I couldn't even have dreamt of before.
It's amazing that you say that, and you got the woman that you wanted, and I like what you said. Where are we looking for that woman? Where is that pond? And I think for a lot of men, and or for us, let me speak frankly. Is it possible that we're looking at the wrong area? Are we looking at maybe, because it seems that people want to meet women at a club or at a bar. Is that a possible scenario that we can meet someone there? I mean, not to say that a woman there, they might be there just to have fun with their friends, but is that a
Yeah,
pond?
exactly.
Is that a pond that we could fish in?
I mean, that's not a pond where you're going to meet a beautiful woman that's serious for a long lasting, marriage and family
Mm,
situation. That's somewhere that if you got game in America, you can pull off a one night stand or some relationship like that, right?
right.
I mean, if the pond is pubs, Tinder, these dating apps and stuff such like that, they're designed for hookups. And we're kind of, in my opinion, living in a hookup culture now. So
Mm,
I'm talking about looking for a beautiful marriage-minded woman for family. That's what I'm talking about here. It's a
right.
very different game than, the one-nighters or whatever. So that's the problem. The nail on the head is Tinder, pubs, bars like that. No, fishing in the wrong pond for a marriage-minded woman.
So you're talking about maybe at work, maybe single events, business events. Are we talking something in that pond?
No, I'm talking about a different pond. And
So yes, please tell us.
I was gonna wait till the end to reveal
No,
it.
it's okay. You could do that. That's fine. No, 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 no. Hey, listen, let's keep up with this conversation because this is a fascinating topic because I know a lot of my friends when they meet someone, it's I'm gonna be honest with you, Joe, it's always either through online or Facebook, and and most of the time it doesn't turn out well.
Yeah, yeah, well, the statistics are now that, 4 out of 10, couples are meeting, online now.
Hmm.
And that's really up over the last 10 years, especially the last 10 years. But it's at 40% for gay. For gay, it's 70%. So 7
Right.
out of 10. For heterosexual, it's 4 out of 10. So we are increasingly meeting online. But where online? Again, this is the big question.
You know, yeah, because you hit it on the head earlier. You got Tinder, uh, what is it, Match, and all these online apps that I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not much of a fan of them. Uh, there's too much catfishing going on. And with that being said, I'm I I I'm with the Joe Rickard school of meeting someone, whether it's in an event or whatever, someone that I can meet live and not online because of too much catfishing. And I've been catfished too much on Instagram, and not to say that I gave any money away because I won't do that. But holy cow, that's a breeding ground for catfishing because the people that appear to be online are using men or someone else pretending to be this beautiful woman that's wearing, and they usually wear lingerie or a bikini. It's hardly ever fully dressed. So I am so skeptical about meeting anyone online, Joe. So like I said, I'm definitely open to meeting wherever it's proper and wherever it's fashionable.
Well, and so you should be. I was at the iDate conference in 2019 where a executive of the largest Eastern European dating site revealed that
Mhm.
40%, and he said he has it on great authority, 40% of Tinder's women in America are bots. So
Whoa.
Tinder is catfishing you. And
Right.
of course, they got multiple lawsuits going on, and it's become a scrupulous online dating world. So yeah, where is the pond to fish to catch a nice rainbow trout? I can give listeners
I love that.
I can give listeners one of the clues that I very important clue that I use successfully now is just like it's discovered that just like we have a unique fingerprint, we also have a unique a love code. And
Mhm.
so you need to meet somebody that has a similar love code to yours. It's kind of akin to love language, but not exactly. Love language, of course, five love languages, very,
Yeah.
very important to finding the right one, but so is love code. And so everybody, what we did, we went to lovecode.info.
Mhm.
And we've done this with our children. My wife and I know our love codes. And it really is a great foundation for first you to know your love code, and you can find it in 2 minutes or
Mhm.
less. Lovecode.info, and you need to know your love code, and then when you meet somebody, just get them for fun to fill out their love code and see if you're compatible. This is a part of it big part of it.
So we're talking about lovecode.info, trying to find out if our mate or our potential mate has the same, we're looking for the same values, the same goals, the same, pretty much what we want to do in the future. In other words, hey, is this a match made in heaven or is this a match made in hell? And thank you, but I'm going to my right, you go to your left, and we part ways as friends.
Yeah, kind of, Will. It's like a really fast filter. Like I say, you can
Yeah,
go to lovecode.info, and in
right.
2 minutes you'll know your love code.
That's
In two
amazing.
minutes you can find out your brothers, your sisters, your mom, your dad, your children, and you will know if you have a high potential to match with them, and not just in a relationship, for friends.
Yeah.
And it tells you what makes them tick, because at the end of the day, love is about communication, right? If we have totally different communication styles, um, it's hard. It's much harder. So it's just lovecode.info is a great filter. It's a great filter to put somebody through in 2 minutes. You can tell if they're potential or next.
Wow. Now, are we putting that future partner, um, not at risk, but are we putting them on the spot by asking them to fill out this love code?
No, because it's
Lovecode.info?
really
Yeah.
fun. It's fun. You go in there, it's just 4 boxes. You move the boxes around to the
Uh,
priority of you, and it's
yeah.
literally, I say 2 minutes, but some people do it in 45 seconds. It's really fast.
Okay.
And you talk about the results. We've done it with our children. Because we've done it with our children, we understand what love is to them,
Right.
better, and like our youngest, she's 4. Um, yeah, she's crazy about gifts, you know? It's just, again, it's similar to love language, but, it really helped us understand her, and our oldest one too. So it's about all relationships.
Yeah. One of the things, Joe, that and we're talking with Joe Rickards, entrepreneur. I'm going to call him a love coach, because I think you have the secret, and I can't wait till for you to reveal it towards the end of the show. But I think one of the thing is, with us as men, do we see women that it might, like I said, they're beautiful, but also they're marriage minded, and obviously we got to get to know if they're that. But aren't we, or some of us, intimidated by seeing that beautiful woman that we might say, shoot, that she's out of our league. Oh, she probably has a boyfriend already. Oh, I'm pretty sure she's looking for someone that has money. We're already like pretty much defeating ourselves even before we talk to someone like that.
Yeah, it's a common problem that most men have, is the approach, right? They're too
Mhm,
nervous to approach. Um, I can tell you honestly, I was quite shy and nervous to approach. I'm Canadian, right? For my
mhm.
first 50 years living in Canada.
Yeah.
But then after I went to this faraway land where women are very, very different, and they're all about traditionality, and it happens to be the place where the most beautiful women on earth are, and I'll share that with you in just a bit. But these women, they're much more open to approach. So I garnered my confidence, my kind of confidence to approach living there, and I lived in this country for 6 years, and it
Okay.
really was a game changer for me. Um, but yeah, I agree. Approach. You got to have confidence. All women love a confident man. It's one of the tops, along with humor.
Yeah, I definitely know about the humor part. Women like to laugh, and you want to make them laugh. But one of the things, Joe, which is a tough part that you say, because you had it, you gained confidence. Can you give us an example of one or two ways a man can gain confidence in approaching a woman of his dream, a woman that he says, man, this is I'm in love already, just by looking at her, not talking to her yet, but how you gain that confidence? Like I say, is there a possible one or two steps that you could tell us? Like, what can we do to approach her and not stumble over our own words?
Yeah, I can. Have you heard of it? It's called the 1, 2, 3 rule.
No.
When you're scared of something, you've got 3 seconds. You've got till you count 1, 2, 3 to do it, or you're not going to do it, and that's about a
Mhm.
90% probability. We just went, our family, and we went cave diving and cave jumping into this cave. Like it's a hole in the earth, and you drop down about 3 meters, and then splash into a black chasm. And uh, we all went. My wife did it. I did it. Our oldest daughter, who's 10, she did it. And then the little one, who's 4, she almost did it. And I said to her, Lizenka, let's walk up and 1, 2, 3, jump. And yeah, so it's a good rule to just do it, right? As Nike said, just do it.
Just do it, yeah.
Follow the 1, 2, 3 rule. You got to just do it. And by doing, we actually reprogram our neurosynapses in our brain to take action and not freeze.
because we think too much. We overthink things.
We all think too much,
Right. And
especially when we're afraid.
yeah, no, no, I definitely agree there because I've been in that boat where, I want to approach someone and then I'm like, all of a sudden 3 seconds pass by and then, I go the other way. I'm like, it's not worth it. I'm not interested anyway. Um, for you, Joe, when you went on this journey to, after you became bankrupt and you got back on your feet and you found the woman that you wanted, how was your approach to approach her?
Well, I met my wife actually in front of a mall in this capital city of this country, and I just said hi. I said hi. There was actually a bomb threat at the time, and I said
Oh,
hi. The police
geez.
didn't speak English, and I said, "Do you know what's going on here?" And within 5 minutes, we talked. She hopped into my taxi, and I said, I've got to go do a video shoot now. Do you want to come with me?" And she came with me, and we had a great conversation in the ride to the town center or the city center. So again, you gotta, life is about action. It's a
Mm.
really about action. You have to just do what you're afraid of in order to grow. Growth only comes from outside the comfort zone. So whatever it is, whatever you achieve, get comfortable being uncomfortable, and you will grow. Oh my God, hold on, you're about to really grow.
I love that. And the thing is, Joe, I look at this, at the situation that I'm in or I was before, and there were times when I wanted to approach someone, and then, like I said, and you even agreed that we knock ourselves out by just overthinking everything. And I like the approach that you said, the 1, 2, 3 approach, and then just go for it. Uh, being uncomfortable, it's a growth stage. I look at it because you know what, then that means you're nervous about doing something, but you have to do it because it's the right approach, it's the right thing to do. And you know what, even if you fail, I hate to say the word fail, but let's say if you make a mistake, but you could always correct it later because you learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, Will, you gotta fail, man. If you're not
Yeah.
failing, you're not winning. Fail forward fast. This is my recipe I've followed all my life because I just fail, I get back up and fail and fail. Like Brian Tracy said, if you didn't get a yes, it just means you didn't get enough no's yet.
Mm. Yes, I've heard that term where if you get a bunch of no's, you're just closer to that yes. So I love that. So for you, Joe, when you go on your journey and you talk to people and you're maybe in a group setting or even if it's a one-on-one with a buddy, does the inevitable question come up for you is, man, I'm lonely. I want to meet someone. Give me a pointer. Where am I gonna go? Should I go back to that mall? Should I go back to that club? Should I go back to that should I go back to Tinder?
Well, I see you're pushing me into the reveal. So without further ado, I better reveal my far off land where you can meet traditional, beautiful women. No, but imagine if there was a place like that. You could rewind, you could go back in time 50 years. Imagine
Yeah.
how your parents or even your grandparents, how different was their courtship? How different
Yeah.
were their marital roles where,
Mm,
the your mom or even your grandma, she took care of the nest, of the home, she raised the children. I mean, she was the nurturer for the children, and dad, he brought home the bacon for the most
yeah.
part, right? Those
Mhm.
traditional values, I don't know, Will, are they still alive in America? What do you think?
No, I don't. I think they're pretty much almost done. I think here in America, the divorce rate is now over 50%. It's definitely. I think you mentioned it earlier. It's a hookup culture, especially here in America. And women are, especially the younger women that are under 35, 30, 25. They're more in tune with their feelings. They want to act like men sometimes in terms of, hey, I want my fill and then just move on. If marriage comes, marriage comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So I think it's a different culture now. The dating game is different. Now I'm much older, so I don't worry about uh, you know, anybody in their 30s because I'm like, I could be their dad or their grandfather. But I just think
Yeah,
it's
that's
it's
catch and release.
yeah.
30s catch and release for us.
There you go. So I think it's definitely changed. I remember when I was younger, we never heard about the term a woman's body count, how many men she slept with. Now it seems that's the term of the day here in America. What's a woman's body count? Is she marriage material? Are we going to wife her up? So it's definitely changed, especially for the younger people. For the older people, I still think we have those traditional values of family and having close friendships, but it's definitely changed. It's not the same as when I was growing up.
Will, I gotta be straight with you. I never heard the term body count until about I think 3 months ago. So let me just share with you how I
Yeah,
heard this
please.
term first. So I've been living in this far off land for 6 years, okay, with my wife and children. So they don't have this term there. This is not a problem there. They're traditional women. So traditional women, I mean, they understand that their value is in their innocence, and that if they
Mm.
want a good man, you know, they better not sleep around, and they don't. They understand this. So, without further ado, I started about a month and a half ago. I started a uh, something that's never been done in the world. I mean, find me something similar in the world, and I'll eat my shorts at the end of the day. You won't find it. It's Ukraine dating.tv. And what it is I have 7 beautiful Ukrainian ladies, and they live stream. They just go live every day, every single day, from age 21 is the youngest. We got 21, 25, 34, 32, 45, and another one 45. Yeah, 2 beautiful 45. Some are married, some are with a boyfriend, and then of course some are single. And
Right.
so the whole idea is so that guys can come, they can chat with them, or they can video chat. They can, boom, come right on into the video. We use StreamYard, and they can chat with them face to face. And you can ask ladies from this mysterious land I keep referring to, and ask them all the questions like, what's your body count? Like, what is the average body count? This is how the question come up on a
Wow.
stream. The guys, the American guys, because mostly American viewers, they started asking my 7 different beautiful streamers, you know, what's average body count in this country, of ladies, and they didn't understand what this meant, and I didn't either. And so they're, according to them, they're saying like body counts in America these days are over 50 for a woman 35, and these ladies were shocked. They're like, no, 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 not anywhere near that here. Um, so yeah, so check it out, ukrainedating.tv. It's completely free. It's sent me back thousands of dollars every month, guys. So I'm not going to be able to keep it up that much longer. So really go check it out, because I wanted the world to get exposure for free to what is the truth about ladies from this faraway traditional land. And that's all I'm doing it for. It's free. I'm footing the bill. It's free. So, and you, if you, I gotta give you a warning, guys. If you go and you watch these beautiful girls and you see how salt of the earth they are, how stunningly beautiful, but I promise you, they're just average ladies in this faraway land,
Yeah.
and you see the quality of these ladies, how intelligent they are, how beautiful they are, um, how traditional they are. You'll be pinching yourself. Don't take my word for it. Go check it out for yourself, ukrainedating.tv. But the caveat is you're going to fall in love with these ladies from this far away, forgotten land. Believe me.
No, listen, like I said, I'll definitely put on the show notes. Ukraine dating.tv, right? That's
Yeah, it
the
forwards to a YouTube channel. So it's just a YouTube channel, and they
ah,
just
okay.
live. Yeah, they just stream live every day. Every day is a different lady
Yeah.
from the 7 that we have. Yeah.
All right. No, that sounds good. Yeah, go ahead, Joe. I think you wanted to keep on going, but what's up?
Well, I guess I think the viewers have waited patiently long enough. Um, so my my millionairehood, jet setting lifestyle to bankruptcy, in this order:
Mhm.
bankruptcy, then divorce, because when the money's gone, well,
Yeah.
often the missus is gone with the money. Yeah, let's face it. So that's what happened to me. Fairly typical, I think. And
Mhm.
then and then homeless. Yes, actually homeless. And when I lost it all, it was earth-shattering for me. I mean, I was used to a pretty posh lifestyle, and I come from poor farming roots in Manitoba, Canada, by the way. So
Right.
I grew up poor. So I was self-made. But then, a story for another day, how it all went, but because that's another story. Very good story. But anyway, it's all gone all of a sudden, and the wife's gone, and we were best friends and stuff like that. So I took it pretty hard, and basically, I was invited to a wedding. My best friend,
Mhm.
he's married to a woman from Moscow, Russian woman, and she said to me, "Joe, you're now divorced. You got to get back on the horse. Listen, my sister is getting married in Sumy, Ukraine, on August the 8th, 2016. She's invited you to the wedding. Why don't you
Right.
go? Beautiful ladies in Ukraine." And I thought, Ukraine, where's that? Looked on the map, and yeah, after not too much thought, I decided, what the heck? What the heck? I'm homeless.
Right.
Might as well give it a go. Yeah, and a very long story condensed dramatically to the Reader's Digest version. I went there, I fell in love with the country, the people, had a great time. 2-day wedding, you know, drank couldn't keep up with the Ukrainian men for the vodka intake, but had a great time. And it was the beginning of my discovery of what is Ukrainian women, what are they like, and I was just amazed at the difference. Of course, everybody knows they're considered the most beautiful women in the world, and it's true. I can vouch for that. Absolutely true. You just go to Kyiv, well, not right now because the country is currently under war,
War, yeah.
but you can just sit at a coffee shop and watch the ladies stroll by, and it's like being at a runway show, like at a modeling show,
Wow.
but what's even more incredible about them is that their traditional values. They want a man that this is what they want. Okay, they don't want game. They don't want they actually don't want a hunk of a man, because actually fidelity is a big, or I should say, infidelity is a big problem in Ukraine, because Ukrainian men have too much choice, and so they do cheat. Unfortunately, I can more than our men. And so women actually don't want a handsome guy. There's a joke in Ukraine: your man should be just a little more handsome than a monkey. Because
Jesus.
then you can keep him, he won't go astray. Yeah, so
Right.
they're looking for a man that's responsible, that can take care of a family. He doesn't have
Mhm.
to be rich by any means. They're not materialistic, actually, at all. The idea of a good time in Ukraine is you go for a barbecue. They call it a shashlik. On the weekend, everybody goes to the river or the lake and just takes it's like $15. Take some chicken with you, some vodka, some beer, and that's the family picnic. You might have two families for like $25.
That's
Um,
amazing.
yeah, that's why I say it really, I shit you not, it's a far away lost land. It's like going back in time in
Yeah.
your telepod.
No, that sounds good. Well, first of all, Joe, I want to thank you so much for being on People on Dating. My God, you gave us a lot of great anecdotes, a lot of notes I took. And before I let you go, just a couple more things. Um, if what was it I want to say? Oh, your coaching program. Do you have a coaching program? I thought I saw that on the website. If I didn't, I apologize. But I thought I saw that you do some coaching.
Yeah, we have a men's group that we call the Lion's Den.
Okay.
And so that's on my website, matchguarantee.com/Lions Den. And
Mhm.
we're just starting this, but it's a group of men, because this is one thing that Ukrainian women want. Okay. I don't know that Western women want this, but they want masculinity. And in the West, I think it's being actually, I don't know, with the terms like toxic masculinity, I think it's being beaten out of us.
And
But
and
in
and that's another phrase, Joe, I've been hearing. Besides a woman's body count, is toxic masculinity,
Yeah,
uh, uh, feminist, feminism. It's yeah, it's like those are the terms that I've been hearing. Besides another word, catfishing. But yeah, go ahead, Joe.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. But I just on a side note, there's no such thing as toxic masculinity. It's you see, it's an oxymoron.
Mm,
Masculinity is not toxic. It's a
right.
true masculinity is nothing to do with toxic. Men are born to be masculine. It's in our DNA, just like women are born to be feminine. And when we stray from our genetic roots, our
Mm,
God-given design, we get in trouble. We get in trouble.
yeah.
So you guys are welcome to join us there. And listen, I just wanted to briefly say, if there's anybody listening, that my podcast is actually called Dad's Wanted. And because it was
I was gonna ask you. Yes, go ahead, please.
Thank you. It was my dream at the age of 50. I had never been a dad. We couldn't have kids with my ex. So I had wanted to be a dad since I was 20 something, and it just wasn't in the cards for me. And let's face it, at the age of 50, that ship has sailed in America. That
Mm,
window is pretty much closed. All right. But in Ukraine, age gap is not as big of a deal. So a guy can pull off a 10, 15-year age gap. And that puts you in the window of fertility. So, if you're 50, you can still catch a lady that's 35. You still have a possibility of being a dad. And
right.
this is my life story. So, if any guy listening truly wants to be a dad, like your heart's desire, your dream is to be a father, and you feel that dream is lost, I'm here to blow up your balloon of dream, to share with you that ship has not sailed in Ukraine. I can absolutely attest to it's possible. It's not even possible, it's probable,
Right.
with Ukrainian women. So you're welcome to have a free coaching call with myself. You just need to go to matchguarantee.com/register, and you can
Mhm.
book a consultation with me. That's free. And we can show you the path that you can be successful at being a dad. Of course, finding your beautiful wife first, then
Yeah.
being a dad.
No, that's good. I'll definitely put that on the show notes. Any books you would like to recommend or promote? Because again, I looked at your website. If I missed the book, then I apologize because you have one or two books in you. I mean, you probably have more than that, but you definitely have one or two books in you right now.
Yeah, I mean, I've written a couple of bestsellers, but they're all about business.
Okay, that's okay.
Because
Well, hey,
I mean,
why
what
not?
what I'm a big proponent of
Yeah.
is following your dreams and
Mm,
finding out your God-given purpose, or in other words, passion. What
mm,
basically the definition of passion is, what would you do even if you didn't get paid? If it was for free, what would you do in life for free? And that's your passion. And that's what I do now. I don't work. I mean, Napoleon Hill said, you never work a day in your life if you love your job. And that's why I
I
say I
agree.
never work, because
Yes.
I love what I do. We have now a marriage agency in Ukraine. It's Canadian, Ukrainian based. So we have offices in Vancouver and Kiev. Of course,
Nice.
the country's at war, so it has changed. It's changed, but still,
Yeah.
it's another conversation. But it's actually still very possible to find a Ukrainian lady. There are refugees scattered around mostly Eastern Europe now, but
Yeah.
we're in touch with all our ladies, and that's what we do. We match, for the most part, American guys with Ukrainian ladies. And so if you're interested in checking it out, the first thing to do, seriously, is you can have a consultation. It doesn't cost you anything. Like I mentioned, match guarantee, spelled with y.com/register, or better
Mm,
yet, go to ukrainedating.tv and just watch these ladies. I mean, these are just average ladies that I happen to know, or somebody that I know knows, and I pay them. I pay them a far above normal salary
yeah.
to stream, and they're lovely people, and you'll see that. Just watch one for 10 minutes, and it'll be
Fall in
hard for
love.
you to go back to a different pool.
We might not turn off the TV. Well, I'll definitely put that on the show notes. Well, Joe, first of all, again, thank you so much for being on People on Dating. I really, really appreciate it.
My pleasure, Will. Thank
Well, everyone, that was Joe Rickards, and you can find him at matchguarantee.com. That's match, MATCH, guarantee, GUARANTY.com. Joe, thank you so much for being on People on Dating. Much appreciated. You can find me on peopleondating.com. That's peopleondating.com. Check out our past shows and check out our blog. Also, when you get a chance, please go to Apple Podcasts. Please subscribe, leave a review, tell us how we can make this show better. You can find me on Google Podcasts and Spotify. Anyway, guys, on behalf of People on Dating, I'm Will Morales. Until next time, thanks everybody. Have a great day and please stay safe. Bye.